That's about 10'3" that I just jumped over. That's insane. What is it like to be a free runner?
So being a free runner, it's just honestly really fun. You get to do cool tricks and just go places where you've never been before, but it also requires like a lot of prep and planning. I like looking at spots that I'm going to go to on Google Maps maybe a few days before we go there, just to see if I can get like an image in my head of what it's going to be like. So I can kind of get an idea of like if this spot's going to be good or if it's going to be too challenging for me, or if it's just going to be boring or whatever. And then there's also just finding the time to go places, because it takes time to drive all the way across the city to go to one spot. Like you can't just do that every day. So it's really fun, but it also requires a lot of planning.
As a free runner, what are your habits and routines?
When I get to a spot, I like to start with like a little warm-up, so it's like stretches and just getting my limbs moving, so I'm ready, so I know my body's not gonna fail me when I'm trying to do a jump. And then I like to just try to find something that's about at my level that I know is not too dangerous. It's kind of like right where I like it to be. And then I'll try to do a little prep, so I'll find another thing that's kind of similar to the jump or trick I'm trying to do, so I can practice it without it being as dangerous or without the risk. Then it's just kind of you gotta commit, or you just gotta decide that it's too difficult for you, it's too risky, and then that's about it.
What's the most challenging thing about parkour?
For me, the most challenging thing about parkour is just getting over that mental barrier. Whenever you're about to do a jump, it's really big or that you've never done before. It's you're kind of stuck in between really wanting to do it and being no way, I'm just gonna die if I try that jump. Sometimes you just can't do it. You just can't get over that mental barrier, and other times you do it and either you make it or you don't. But a lot of the time I'm able to I'm pretty good at deciding when it's too difficult for me or when it's just not a good idea to do this jump. So that's definitely the most difficult thing. But there's also just actually doing it. That's another difficult thing, just trying to doing the tricks. Sometimes it can be difficult to connect different tricks and form it into a line that flows together nicely, but if you can, it's really satisfying. What's it like to be a free runner?
I definitely think that as a free runner, you develop sort of a parkour vision that you wouldn't have if you didn't do parkour. So if you saw just a set of stairs, some benches and railings, to a person who doesn't do parkour, that might just look like, a set of stairs, benches and railings. But to a parkour athlete, it would be like a playground. It'd be like their huge jungle gym of opportunities, sort of.
What's the difference between parkour and free running?
So parkour is getting from point A to point B as quickly as possible, and free running is about getting from A to B as creatively as possible. So if you were doing parkour and you came across a railing or something that was in your way, you'd just vault right over it, right? But if you were doing free running, you'd be running and then you'd throw in 5 more vaults on that railing, going back and forth before you move on to the next object. So you'd use it more creatively than you would in parkour.
What's the most challenging thing about parkour?
Parkour requires a lot of patience, definitely. Very challenging to know when you have to walk away from a jump that's frustrating you. Also, attempting a really big jump and the mental battle that comes with it, especially if you think you can do it, but then you run up to it to do it and then you lose all your confidence. That happens to me all the time. So it's about patience, also perseverance, and as attempting something risky, pushing your limits, but also sort of having an understanding of your limits. Okay, that jump's about 7 feet 9 inches. There's nothing more satisfying to a free runner or parkour athlete than finally sticking a jump perfectly. And this is called a precision landing because you're landing precisely. You always want to land with the ball of your foot on the edge and the heel coming off of the edge, but flat. Not like that. Not like that, not on your tiptoes, but you want it to be very precise, and you want to be coming forward, and you want to have a sense of touchdown when you reach the object.
Be still for a second while I try to pin your flowers on. La 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 la. Can you carry my drink? I have everything else. I can tie my tie all by myself. somebody finds it.